Hi Moxie members, welcome to week 2 of your Moxie Mobility Moment. Today I just wanted to go over some of the tools that we might be using for our mobility sessions, and for those of you that have been to mobility class, it's a refresher, and for our newest members, it's a great education. So here are some of the tools that we use. This group over here are some various and sundry rollers. The foam rollers that we have at Moxie are high density foam, but can be somewhat expensive, and for some of us maybe not hard enough. This is actually a 4-inch diameter PVC pipe that I picked up at Home Depot for probably under $2, and I wrapped with electrical tape so that it doesn't slide when it's used on the floor. This gives a really inexpensive option to using a roller, and it really, because of its density, is pretty hardcore at being able to get rid of some of those tight knots and fascial restrictions. This bad boy is called a rumble roller. It comes in blue, which is a lower density than the black one. It also comes with a travel size, which would be half the size of this. And all of these little knobbies are fabulous for getting rid of the adhesions and fascial restrictions that we CrossFitters tend to accumulate. This is the newest member of my collection. This is Rock Tape's version of the rumble roller. It actually has a softer foam, and these knots that you can lean up against are a lot softer than the rumble roller. So it's good to have different options depending upon how sore you are after a WOD and what you can tolerate. So other options that we have for working on myofascial release are these tools here. We'll start with Mobility WOD Supernova, which is a little bit bigger than a softball, and it's a high density ball to help release some of those tight knots. If you don't want to spend the money on a Supernova, which runs about $35 plus, a softball is an excellent second choice, a lot less expensive as well. This tool in my left hand is called the Gemini because of its twin heads. It can be used with the point to release deep trigger points in certain muscle groups, and can be also used along the spine to work on spinal, especially thoracic mobility. And we'll be doing some Moxie moments on that technique as well. One of my favorites is called the Orb, and it's great for releasing those tight glutes or hips. Okay. Time different parts of the kettlebell. The horn is excellent for working on your calves, for working on the sole of the foot, and the bell as well if you need something last minute when you get to the gym. That's a ball that's firm that you could work on some of those deep knots that you need to release. For joint mobility, we'll be using the monster bands that are all over the gym, and I think next week we'll go into some hip joint mobility techniques using these bands. So I look forward to seeing you again, Moxie Mobility Moment, next week. Thanks for joining.